What's up? It's Wes.
And Devin.
And welcome to the Problem Solving Podcast, where we take everyday problems and break it down for who to solve?
You to solve.
You to solve.
And we're excited about this.
Yes, today is Season 1, Episode 1, Take 1.
Take 1, and we only do take 1.
We only do take 1.
So it's going to be authentic, real, and for you.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Love it. Devin, today's problem is what?
Today's problem is overwhelm, right? I think a lot of people in our world that we talk to, we meet, or we come in contact with, they feel overwhelmed, right? And I think it has a lot to do with your environment and potentially even where you live.
No, I agree 100%. You know, as we were getting ready to film this today, I was kind of nervous, I'm going to be honest. Never been on a podcast before.
Oh man, we're about to do like 6, so be prepared. Okay.
So, and I'm like sitting here thinking, like, what does my morning routine look like? And how do I set myself up for the day? Because a lot of days, I do feel overwhelmed just with life in general. And so I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do is I get on my phone. I get on my phone. I text the kids good morning.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And then I check my email. And then
that's not.
Yeah.
You get lost there.
And then I go on Facebook, and I see whose birthdays it is. And then if I see something on Facebook that catches my attention, I go down a rabbit hole, and then the next thing you know, I've been sitting in bed for like 20 minutes on my phone, and I haven't even taken 2 steps.
My goodness. So
yeah,
his environment is challenging him.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's all good intentions. I mean, I get on my phone because the first thing I do want to do when I wake up in the morning is say good morning to the kids.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, right? Like, we should do that.
Yeah.
And it's the other stuff.
Yeah, it is the other stuff, and I think the other stuff is a bad habit that I need to get out of.
So let's pause there for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because the phone in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I think that's an environment issue.
Agreed.
Right? And I've been on both sides. I can't lie. Like, honestly, lately I've been bad at it.
Yeah.
And we got to a point where we went months. No phones in the bedroom. Wi-Fi was turned off at like 8:30, so like it was a brick anyway. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Especially where I live, because we'll get into more environment things. And where I live, we don't really have great cell reception if the Wi-Fi's off.
Yeah.
So finding those ways to create that environment that allow you to be in purpose. But waking up and saying good morning to the kids, I mean, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, it is cool. And I do agree with you about the phone in the bedroom. I really have no excuse. I actually have a Hatch alarm. Have you seen those?
I've heard of them.
So it's set, and it's set for 5:45 in the morning. And at about 5:40, it starts giving you sunlight.
Okay.
And then by 5:45, it's just bright sun.
Just nuclear explosion,
sun, and have it set to where it sounds like I'm in a town in France with people walking by. So I have no excuse. Like, there's not even an alarm going off on my phone, is what I'm trying to say. So it should be easy for me not to have the phone in there.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's like the only thing, other than if you're a morning shower person. I don't know about you, but I like to listen to music in the shower.
Agreed.
And so, finding a way or something like that to increase the environment, to be able to get rid of the phone, you might need something different to be able to do stuff like that. And so you've got a fancy alarm.
Yeah, I do.
I went and bought the Amazon Basics alarm clock, where like it just yells at you to wake up, like that annoying alarm sound.
Yeah.
And so that way I could keep my phone out of my bedroom, because the only thing I used it for was the alarm.
Yeah.
Right? Other than obvious scrolling, and doing all the stuff before bed, which honestly is terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
I know Devin shares TikToks with me lately all the time, so he does that.
I do. Because I find funny ones. But, well, maybe at nighttime, but it's before I go upstairs. And so anyway, let's talk about this environment thing and the phone, because, texting the kids, right? How can we change the habit and still get the result?
Yeah, I think one thing I've tried to do just professionally, and I don't want to do this with the kids because this feels so weird, but like scheduling out texts, scheduling out emails. I don't want to schedule out a text to my kids every morning. That just feels so
Okay, so that's where you and I may differ, because here's the thing. I've gotten really good at scheduling texts.
Yeah.
And here's the thought, and it's not because like I want to be robotic or professional or any of this kind of stuff, but it's like I have that thought in my head.
Yeah.
and I want to share it. Like I don't do it on purpose. Like
Right.
I don't do it just to do it.
Right.
But if I have a thought in my head, like for my daughter last night before I went to bed, I sent a text. I said, "Love you, sweetheart."
Mm-hmm.
Right. And my phone goes on airplane mode.
Nice.
To create the environment, right? Like nothing can come through. Now, how cool is it though? Is that text goes out, and then I wake up and turn off airplane mode, and I have a text back.
Yeah.
Love you more. Yeah. I think that's super cool, and it starts your day off positively because it's the first thing I'll look for is the text from my daughter, not the Facebook message, not the email, not that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I just think that it kind of just highlights the fact that there are distractions in our environments every day.
Yeah.
As I think through, just like not just in the morning, but as I go throughout the day, like get in the car, the phone's automatically connected in the car.
Yeah. I know.
I can now like with you could do this already with Grok, but like I'm connected.
Grok is an AI
It
in
is.
the Cybertruck. So yeah.
But Apple CarPlay update, so ChatGPT is on there now, so I can talk to it legally, I guess now, hands free.
Legally,
and
yeah.
So and
Chat's like our best friend.
yeah, mine's name is Finn.
Gary.
So
Jason.
there you go.
It's Jason.
But
his name.
just distraction. Then you get into work, and not that work's a distraction, but you have so many things that are going on.
Yeah.
You're talking to different clients. You're doing stuff a leadership role, and still personal life weaving in there. And then before you know, it's the end of the day, and you just feel exhausted. And then it's like, what time have I had for me?
Yeah.
And so that's a problem.
Well, I think that's one of the things that a lot of people, like not just real estate agents, but like, anybody, even if you're working a 9-to-5 job, right?
Yeah.
Like you go to work and you leave the house, right? You're already distracted.
Yep.
Most people don't have a morning routine. And I want to get back to that because I think your morning routine is probably the most important thing you can do, but it starts at night.
Yes.
Right? So creating the environment for yourself at nighttime to then wake up and be the best version of yourself so that way you can actually pour into yourself.
Right.
Because you're right, when you go to work, or especially if you work 9 to 5, but if you go to work, you're being pulled in a million different directions, you're being pulled into other people's fires, you're being pulled into, challenges throughout the day. And yeah, you're right. There's hardly the time to take care of you. Then you go home at 5 o'clock, and what? You're too tired.
Yeah.
You're too tired to do anything. And that's the race. That's that wheel. That's that thing that we've got to get people out of.
Yeah.
You've got to get you out of. Because until you do, it's just going to be a constant running of your life as opposed to you running the life.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think wholeheartedly, I get home and I'm just like, just want to shut my brain off.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I'm like, I just want to chill and watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy because I'm doing that now. That sounds weird, but
he's
it
still
is what
living
it
in
is.
1990, I guess.
I am.
It's all good.
I'm on season 6. It's been really good, but I just we just want to shut it down.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to you talk, and the intentionality of setting up the next day, the night before, is something that I've struggled with my entire life.
Well, I mean, I take it back, and we both worked in the restaurants, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And imagine a morning shift,
Yeah.
right? Where the night shift didn't do a great job.
Yeah.
It's much more difficult, right?
I don't know. You worked in restaurants. Morning shift always thinks night shift does a
Well,
bad
I
job,
get that.
regardless
I
of
get
what
that.
happens.
And I worked both sides,
Yeah.
right? And I know, when I was on night shift, I would try to do all these things to set up morning shift to be prepared because if morning shift did a good job, guess what was easier? The lunch rush.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's the same thing in our lives.
Yep.
If we set up our nighttime routine to then have a great morning, to then get to where we're going, and then ultimately build boundaries,
Yeah.
right? Build boundaries and set expectations. That's the key to the day.
I love that.
So when we talk about building boundaries and during the day and setting expectations, what do you think of?
Building boundaries and expectations, I think of making a schedule and staying to that schedule. And
Tell me more.
it's hard because I'm no expert at this, as you know, but
No one is, so don't worry.
it's hard because I'm a people pleaser by nature. And so when I set a schedule, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this at this time. And let's say I have somebody that sends me an email or a phone call, and I want to respond to them right away. I want to make sure that they're heard and seen right away. And one thing I've tried to do and tried to implement in my life is like still stick with that schedule and get back and talk to them at the same time by saying, all this wisdom coming in. You see the light,
I
right?
see it. It's glaring.
It's
just radiating around you.
But I can still shoot a quick message to them like, hey, I'll get back with you in an hour. Like if my time block is from 11 to 1 where I'm doing something, hey, can I reach back out to you at 1 o'clock? I'd love to chat with you about whatever you have to talk about. And so really being in control of my schedule, being in control of my time, helps with that. Now, saying and doing is two different things, but that is something I've really been trying to strive to do lately.
Well, I love that. And I think it's great because imagine, just think for a minute, right? Like, yes, we can answer the person right away and we can give them what they need. And is it going to be your highest self, your best response, your highest energy? Probably not, right? But if I say, hey, I'm in the middle of something, I'm going to get back to you. Can I call you at 1 o'clock? And I can give you 100% of me at that moment. And that's the key, right? It's like, and I know it's overplayed, but like be where your feet are.
Yeah.
Right? And if we're doing something in the moment, we can't possibly do something else just as good.
Right.
So finding the opportunities to, again, make space. Because that's the biggest thing I see is like people go from meeting to meeting, or they go from a class to class, or they go from task to task without a break in between. And so I know I've been there many times. Like I come out of a meeting and I immediately have another meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my most productive weeks are the ones where I don't do that.
Yeah.
It's the ones where I have a meeting and then I have a block of time where I can reflect on what just happened.
Yeah.
Internalize it, think through it, and then prepare myself to be with the next person.
Yeah.
That's honestly, I think it's unfair to the next person if I'm running from one to the other.
No, I agree, because then you're already thinking about whatever conversation, whatever meeting you're in before, and you can't shut that down.
You can't. It's impossible.
It is.
It's impossible. It's like scrolling before bed and trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
It's true.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And I know we're talking a lot about like your habits and your daily routine and the things that happen to you during the day, but I think a lot of this conversation too, like environment, could also mean where you live.
I agree.
So we get the privilege of living in beautiful North Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And even North Georgia gets busy sometimes.
It does.
And how does it differ from like living in a busy suburb or a city?
Man, when I moved here 11 years ago now, so I was born in Atlanta.
Sorry.
So yeah, no, I will.
Then he moved to Florida. Sorry,
I will take born in Atlanta all day. And then I grew up in Florida.
People.
I grew up in Florida. So I moved here from just west of Orlando about 11 years ago, and change of pace. For the first year I was here, I'm gonna be honest, like I hated it, just because I never had such a slowed down pace of life.
You couldn't go to Applebee's at 10 p.m.
I couldn't go to Applebee's on 10 p.m. I had to if I wanted to go shopping with the kids, I had to plan a whole day around it, because it's not like I could just go to Target 10 minutes down the street.
Well, and everything's closed on Monday, too.
Everything's closed on Monday. Yeah. I know, or Tuesday, or Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. And it's like, what am I doing here? Just completely transparent.
Yeah.
And then once I started to just lean into it and say, okay, I'm here, the kids are happy here, everybody's happy here, I might as well just learn to love it.
Right.
I did learn to love it. And now it's I couldn't imagine dealing with traffic.
Oh, I know.
Just to get
it's
to
terrible.
It's like Target might be 2 miles down the street, but it still might take me an hour to get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think the environment does have such a big role in how you live day by day.
Yeah.
Because it might take me 15 minutes to get to this office. It took you probably 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. No. There's a little bit of construction traffic today, but whatever. But I guarantee you didn't feel stressed driving here because of traffic.
Not at all. Partially because I don't drive anymore. But anyway,
that's true.
It's no, but I think those are really great points, because I think about when I first moved here, and so the biggest bother to me was nothing was open on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? Monday's the start of the week, right? And I'm like, what is going on? And I couldn't go get anything or do anything or whatever. And it was a little annoying. But here's what I learned really quickly is that you don't need it, right? You don't need it. And it's just we become so conditioned and ingrained in how we live our lives.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because everyone's that way. We get into these routines or these just ways of doing something, and we feel that it's necessary.
Yeah.
Which, friends, I'm just going to drive it back. You just feel that it's necessary to swipe on your phone before bed, or take your phone with you to bed, or watch that TV show right before bed, or take the bite of cake or cookie right before bed, or just make the decisions that actually make life a little bit more hectic, chaotic, and stressful. So when I learned that it's okay that things aren't open on a Monday, what I started to find was that we had more time in a day. And I know that's not real, like we all have 24 hours, but time slowed down.
Yeah.
There were a lot of times when I lived up in Ohio where I would get to like 4 p.m. and feel like I hadn't even done anything because I'm constantly being pulled in many different directions, right? Because you got options, you got choices, you've got friends and family and restaurants and stores all nearby that you can go be at or be with anytime.
Yeah.
And so before you know it, it's 4 p.m. and you feel like you really haven't done much for you because you're constantly being pulled in different directions. Well, when I moved here, it was honestly the complete opposite. It's like, it's only like 11. What am I going to do the rest of the day?
Yep.
And honestly, it was weird at first. And now, I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny that we talk about the Monday thing is such a true thing here. It's like you want to eat out on Mondays and there's nothing available, right? But you get used to that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, with real estate isn't life or death.
No,
right?
It's not.
We were just having this conversation with people a couple days ago. You can shut your phone down at 7 p.m. and whatever contract that you're working on, whatever deal that you're working on, still going to be there at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah. And it's the same thing with just life in general, right? It's prioritizing your time and what's more important to you.
Yeah.
And I think honestly that's the crux of this whole conversation is like how can we figure out as people, as a society, because I think we're definitely not the only ones that are dealing with this issue, to just take a second to have time for us and build that time in for us to prioritize us so we can be better for other people.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're put here to serve others,
yes.
right? And in order to serve others, we need to serve oneself.
Yep.
And when we serve ourselves and we build ourselves up and we pour into ourselves on what actually fuels us and energizes us, well, guess what? We get to show up more for people. And we were just talking about, I can't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about the power of the word no.
Yeah.
Right? And you mentioned earlier, you're a people pleaser at heart.
Yes.
I love working and serving people as well. And it's tough to say no sometimes. And we need to be able to say no sometimes.
Yep. Agreed.
No is a full sentence if you start it with a capital letter and end it with a period, right? And I think it's a really powerful thought and conversation because it doesn't have to do with just people. It also has to do with your food choices,
Amen.
With your phone choices, with your hobby choices, with your stress choices, with going to a car lot like me and leaving every time with a new car. No, right? It's a powerful conversation, and people think of it as selfish, but in reality, I've actually spent a lot of time looking into this lately, and I'm like, if I don't say no to certain things, that means I'm saying yes. And what I say yes to means I'm saying no to something else. So if I say yes to something I should say no to, well then I'm doing things that take me away from the most important things.
Yeah.
Right? Which you called priority.
Yes.
Which is absolutely true. And that's how we're going to end this conversation around priority. But the other flip side of this is if I don't say no to something that I should say no to, I'm stealing an opportunity from someone who should be saying yes to that. I'm not the best person to do everything, right? You're not the best person to do everything. You're not the best person to do everything. And I'm stealing an opportunity from the person who is meant to do that thing. And I think just back to youth group on this, because I help out with our local youth group. And there's so many things I want to do.
Right.
And I got to ask myself the question, am I the right person to do this?
Yeah.
Because just because you want to do it or feel led to do it doesn't mean you're the best person.
Right.
Sometimes you find out you're the best person to lead the best person into doing that thing because maybe they're nervous or afraid or scared or whatever. That's part of building out the environment, right? That's part of building out an environment where people then feel safe around you And then your ability to say no, your ability to prioritize allows other people to live a bigger life.
I agree with you. I want to play in the NBA, but I guarantee the Hawks don't think I'm the best person qualified to do that. So I can completely understand that. I think that. I mean,
anybody.
I'm 5'9", a little on the heavier side. My vertical is awful, but yeah, there you go.
Anybody can outshoot LeBron at the free throw line, so you'd be fine.
Don't no. And so, I love it. Prioritizing yourself to help others and being able to say no.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to commit this to you this week.
What you doing?
Senor Devin. I am going to put my phone on airplane mode.
Sweet.
Not at 8:30. Yeah, not at 8:30. I'm going to say at 9:30 every night. That's a good start for me. And then I'm going to also text the kids the good morning and then put my phone away. And I will update you daily.
Love that.
And I'll update you guys daily because I'm obviously committing to the whoever amount of people are going to be watching and listening to this. So
hold them accountable.
There you go.
And then hold yourselves accountable. And, same thing. I mean, we've all got to commit to things, right? So for me, these past 2 years, honestly, have been a blur. I mean, we've been doing a lot. We've been focused on a lot. And so I'm now getting back to all these things, right? So I'm not perfect, friends.
Right.
This is something I'm constantly working on, too. So like I mentioned earlier, I've been a little bit bad about bringing the phone to the bedroom lately. And so I'm going to commit to you that I'm going to stop doing that.
There you go.
Sounds good. And I know my wife's going to watch this, so there's my accountability. But, all right, well, let's end with this. Let's end with priority, right? Because we mentioned that. So I think priority is the ultimate key to happiness, to less chaos, to a more simplistic lifestyle, and just getting out of the way. So how do you identify priority for yourself?
I mean, it's simple. If you can close your eyes right now, what is the most important thing in your life? I guarantee I can probably rattle them off for you. Your wife, your daughter, the golf course.
Yep. Be specific golf course.
No, family, being able to pour into others and help others. You're a coach and a leader at heart, and so those are priorities. For me, it's pretty much the same thing. People are my priority, right? And so, how can we get rid of all the distractions to really focus on what means the most to us? Just write them down. Because honestly, it would amaze, and I'm not going to do this, I've already committed something to you, but I would like to do something in the future, just to take an inventory of what you actually do throughout the day.
Oh, yes.
You would be amazed and probably disappointed in yourself. I know I would be disappointed in myself to look back and say, holy cow, I wasted so much time today. Yeah. And it's not like we do it on purpose.
Well, then you add it up.
Yeah.
And then you look at the week and the month and the year.
Yep.
And it's crazy too. And I love that you said that. And I'm gonna let you come back to it. But I'm gonna lose this if I thought of it. There's this crazy. It's not crazy. There's this poster that you can order online, and it's this scratch off thing, and you scratch off each week of your life as you go through, and it's based upon your average life expectancy and all that kind of stuff. And if I were to do that today, my life would be half over.
That's scary.
That is kind of scary. And then we drive it back to what you're talking about, and we're like, how much time did we actually waste?
Yeah.
Because I think about this all the time too, and I kind of refer to it as you're the main character of the video game of life.
Yeah.
Right? You're the main character of the movie that you're in. You're the main character. You're the CEO of your life. And it's so funny too, because I find myself getting guilty sometimes of I'll watch people on TV or on a movie or whatever, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what am I doing?
Right.
I'm just sitting here. And I think a lot of times, though, we can drive it back to this whole conversation about people feel overwhelmed. They feel tired. They feel chaotic. At the end of the day, they want to go home and escape the reality instead of enjoying the reality of what they have available to them. Yeah. It's unfortunate. So that's what we're here to talk about today. That's what we're here to drive home today. We're here to drive home today the fact that you have a better choice. you have better choices, right? You have the power every day to make your life more simple and more pleasant and less chaotic. And I love the conversation because I think most people would agree that life just moves too quick.
It does. It's a series of small choices you make every day.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, it's like what one small change or one small choice can you make that can help a domino effect on everything else.
Yeah.
And for me, it's going to be just that. Airplane mode, setting up my night for my morning, and how can that affect my day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, cool. Any
go.
Final words?
Yeah, appreciate everybody. Appreciate you. And this is going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. This is a good time. This episode 1, we're going to have fun with this. Weekly, we're going to have a problem-solving podcast.
Yep.
So thank you for being on the problem-solving podcast. If you like it, subscribe, like,
also,
follow.
If you have any problems that you want to help solve,
Comment.
let us know. Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'd love to help you at a more personal level. So.
Yes. Talk soon.
Cool. See you guys.